Today, I am going to tell you about 4 things that you need to stop doing in your van life to save water. Some of them might be a bit shocking. I'm so bad at that. Some of them might be a bit different to what you're used to. Welcome back to another video. My name's Coralie, this is the van that I travel in, and my channel is called Jump With No Fear. Today I'm going to tell you 4 things that you need to stop doing in van life so that you can save water. Water is sometimes a little bit hard to get, and it's hard to store in a van because it takes up a lot of space and it's very heavy. So stick around and listen to the 4 ideas I have for you for how you can save water in your van life. The first thing to save water in van life is stop washing your dishes. At least stop doing it in the traditional way that you might have learnt how to do it. Don't use a bowl of water. That uses up a whole lot of water that you could be keeping to drink or for cooking, rather than making this entire bowl of water dirty and gross and then you just need to dump it. Instead, you need to wash your dishes one dish at a time using a few different methods that I'm going to tell you. I've actually done a full video on this and I'll link that somewhere for you. What you need to start with is a spatula, a spray bottle that you can change to make it like a hard spray or like a soft spray, and paper towels to wipe off the excess food. If you look at that video, you'll see how I've done it there. It's very easy. It saves you a whole lot of water that way. Then once you've got all of the main grot off the dishes, you'll use things like Co. It's an all-purpose spray that is available in Australia. I don't think it's available overseas, but there might be something similar. Some people also use vinegar to wash their dishes. They have a little spray bottle with vinegar in it, so they give that a spray and that helps to remove all the grease. Some people also use diluted hydrogen peroxide to wipe down their surfaces and their plates. That then disappears and turns into nothing dangerous at all, so it's fine. You don't even need to rinse it. Same with the Co. I don't rinse the Co off, I just wipe it dry. It's important to remember that if you're using vinegar and diluted hydrogen peroxide, do not mix them because that can create a dangerous gas which will hurt you, so don't do that. And the final option with that is to use a microfiber cloth and just water. So once you've scraped all the bits of solid food off and wiped it off with a little paper towel that then you can put in the bin later, a lot of people don't actually realize that you don't necessarily need to use soap with microfiber cloths. They're actually designed to work on their own with just water. Years ago I used to sell Enyo products, and for a long time I've been using just the microfiber and water to clean many things, and it does a perfect job. There's nothing left over, there's no grease. You could do a test. If you get a good quality microfiber cloth and you wipe some butter on a plate or a glass or something, this is something we used to do at the Enyo parties, and it was actually a really good way to show how effective they are. You wet your microfiber cloth, you clean the greasy thing that you've smeared butter or oil on or whatever, and then you dry the surface with whatever you want to dry it with, and then you wipe your fingers across or put it across your cheek. You can tell there's absolutely no grease left on it. So microfiber is actually a really good option, and so many people don't seem to realize that you don't actually even need to use soap with those to remove grease. If you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks. The second thing that you need to stop doing if you're trying to save water in your van is stop showering. Firstly, depending what you're up to, you don't actually need to bathe every single day. Your skin will be fine. You probably won't stink. If you're doing something really smelly or sweaty, sure, you might need to. But if you're just doing everyday activities and it's not super hot, it's not going to kill you not to bathe every day. There are many options around for long-lasting deodorant. It doesn't stop you sweating, but it does stop the smell. One that I have used in the past is Nuud, N-U-U-D. Another one is Lavalin. I'll be switching to Lavalin because they have a local distributor for it now, and Nuud was coming all the way from Europe or something. When I've used them, I can go between 4 to 10 days without reapplying them. Sort of depends what I've been up to and if I've been doing lots of sweaty stuff or if the weather is really hot. But that's sort of my average, between 4 to 10 days. And you can wash in between. You just sort of rinse your arms carefully as opposed to scrubbing really hard, and the deodorant stays on you and will continue to work. Another option is having a spot wash or a bird bath or a sponge bath, whatever you want to call it. Just have a dedicated cloth or 2. You can have one for everything but your privates and then one just for your privates. And use a small bowl of water. You don't even necessarily need to use soap. If you just wet this cloth with a little bit of water and you scrub hard, the actual scrubbing action will get your skin clean. If you prefer to have a dedicated cloth for your nether regions, do so. And if it worries you reusing it again, just make sure you give it a good rinse. hang it out to dry, and bacteria won't grow if it's dry. Otherwise, just keep a few dedicated cloths for your butt, and that way when you go to the laundromat you can wash them all together. There are also no rinse soaps. I think originally they were designed for people who are in hospital or can't move a lot or something. Just look up on the internet no rinse soap, or no water wash, or no water soap, or something like that, and you will find a heap of options available. You use it on your body, you wipe it off, and your body's clean. Another option for keeping clean without having to have an entire shower is for your nether regions, rather than using wet wipes, which are a big waste, look up toilet paper gel or toilet paper foam. There are so many options available, and what you do is you put a little bit of it on a piece of toilet paper, and when you use the loo, you use that last, and it helps to keep you cleaner so that you're less worried about having dirty nether regions between washes. And because it's on toilet paper, you can just flush it down the toilet just as you would for toilet paper. The third thing to stop doing when you are in your van and trying to save water is stop washing your hands. Okay, I'm sort of kidding about that one. Stop traditionally washing your hands. Yes, do continue to wash your hands after important things that will make them dirty, but if you have only just been out and about and they just feel a little bit dirty and they're not visibly dirty, hand sanitizer will do the job. Especially since COVID hit, there's a billion different hand sanitizers in all different forms, so just grab yourself some hand sanitizer and that will save you a lot of water. The fourth and final thing to stop doing in your van life when you're trying to save water is stop doing laundry. Not completely, but you can slow it down a lot. Depending on the weather and depending on how much you sweat and all that sort of thing, your clothing can be worn more than once. Obviously, change your underwear, that's important. But t-shirts, jeans, shorts, all those sorts of things, they can go for longer than one day before you need to wash them. It will not only save a lot of water, it'll save you a bit of money going to the laundromat twice as often as you need. Another option, if you have clothing that you can't wash for whatever reason, either you've run out of water or you're not near a laundromat or something, is find some antibacterial spray. If you spray that around the stinky parts of your clothing, that will help them to last a lot longer between the times that you need to take them to the laundry. They'll stop smelling because the bacteria will be gone. Of course, it's important to check that it's designed for fabric and, you know, spot test it so it's not going to bleach your favorite shirt or something as well. So thanks for joining me for another video. I hope you enjoyed this and it was useful for you. If so, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already. That would be awesome. Thank you to my wonderful patrons. I really appreciate you. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. Oh, and if you're subscribing, don't forget to hit the little bell thing so you can get all the notifications and you know when I upload another video next. Thanks very much. See you in the next one. Bye.